Welcome back to another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video. My name is D3 here today. We are using the new Frieza on the Most Malevolent Clans category. Now, initially, I was going to be using him on movie bosses, but I was like, you know what? I can kind of kill two birds with one stone here and use this team. So hope you guys enjoy. Hit that subscribe if you want to do for more content. So here's what we are going to do. So for parts of the video, he's going to be a floater. For parts, he will be allowed to be on rotation, and we will alternate from there. Other things to consider when it comes to this Frieza is that he is really good on this category because of the fact that a lot of these units, like Cooler, the other Cooler, Golden Frieza, not this one in particular, but like other Golden Frieza variants, are just from the movie bosses and stuff like that category as well. So there's a little bit of bleed over, and that allows for him to be successful there. So he's just, in general, pretty good on this category alongside specific units from the movie bosses category as well. So the reason why I say that, though, is because the Frieza himself actually, as of right now anyway, does not awaken. And maybe when he awakens, he will pick up like the movie bosses category link and be actually applicable to that category. But right now he is not. So the reason why that's important, though, is because he is probably, I believe, the only unit, one of, if not, the only units in the game in general, that does not support themselves with their own support passive. So here we have a situation where we're going to look at, by the way, before I get back to what I was saying, some of the statistics for these units. So these guys are a little bit slow. The Frieza and the Cooler here need to get going. But nonetheless, like I was saying, though, the Frieza that we are primarily showing off here, the physical one, we're going to let him be a support and then put him on rotation so he can get some primary hits in. Anyways, yeah, he doesn't support himself at all. So he also doesn't support non-movie bosses category units. But again, he could awaken and pick up the movie bosses category himself, which would allow for him to, well, be on this team and actually give himself some ki. Like, right there, it probably would have been nice, So anyways, getting a fat 2 million critical hit. Rounded up, of course. Moving on. Next round. And then later on, we will have him alongside the other first form Frieza, pretty much. Well, first form and then final form, excuse me. So here's another support Frieza. Just going to put him in the last spot. And the physical Frieza, before we get too deep into this, these are the stats that he has. Again, I do expect him to awaken. When he launches the super, the extreme class allies, I believe, specifically do get their attack up by 20%. Passive skill. So with each attack received, his defense goes up by 15%, with a maximum being of 45%. So in hindsight, you probably really want to capitalize additionals on this guy. A lot of times I just give 15 or 20 dodge to all of my support units these days. But again, he'd probably be better with maybe additionals invested as well, because he needs to get hit because it says received. I'm pretty sure that's how that works. Anyways, moving on. If I'm wrong, correct me, whatever. Damage received reduced by 20%. So in the future, that'll probably jump to being 30% is what I'll say. And then the secondary part of the passive where he gets the defense up will jump to being 60. And he could potentially pick up that support part of the passive that applies to movie boss category allies only, which is 1 ki and 20% to attack and defense. I expect that to jump to 2 ki and 30%. So we'll see how close I am with that approximation. So for now, Cooler and Cooler can stay together. So we're going to go for those. And last little bit, the Frieza there. Okay, so as you guys know, these guys do take a little bit of time to get going, like I was saying. So it's kind of a weird category to put them on nonetheless. But I mean, it's his best possible category just because Cooler has such an insanely powerful leader skill. So it's not really a big deal. But again, just a little bit slow if you're looking at their stats. Like, oh, they're not getting that powerful yet. They do take a little bit of time. So Cooler right here will come through for a second attack. Will he launch a third? He does not launch a third. So this Int Frieza here is actually very, very similar to the Frieza that we're showcasing today. Because they both have damage received reduction passives. So I think that if you're going to do, and I've said it before, I think that if you're going to do units that are actually just support units pretty much only, I think the best way to handle them is to actually give them access to some sort of defense or like damage received reduction so they can be viable and they can take a few hits if necessary as an off-rotation unit. And again, that unit is just like this Frieza that we're showcasing here today, and he can do similar things. The passive for the Int Frieza, for the people that are wondering, is he offers 2 ki and 25% to extreme class allies, and also reduces damage received by 30%, while also having a medium chance to stun the enemy with supreme damage. So, in all honesty, the other Frieza will most likely be better than this post-awakening. You could make the argument he's better now, but I mean, like, later on, for sure. Now, this one doesn't awaken either yet, but bygones will be bygones. Anyways, moving on. So we have the Frieza yet again. Look at this, man. I love that Shintani art style. It kind of doesn't really fit with this rotation, though, but I love it. Looks pretty nice. All right, so we have the cooler here. Last time around, defense was about 90-something. So it's going up, as you would expect. Actually, no, that was the other cooler now that I think about it. All right, so Frieza. How powerful is cooler now? How powerful? Attack up. And cooler's almost at 2 million, just about 2 million. And we get a critical hit there. Let's see where the other cooler was. He was about 2 million last time, I believe. 1.8 something. Yeah, I'll say he's at 1.8 again. So it's not really going to matter which support unit they really have there, pretty much. It's pretty much just the same boost. Like I pointed out, they're pretty much similar units. All right, so we will take another super attack, unfortunately. All right, so next round when I see that Frieza again, I will actually allow him to be on rotation. So we actually do get an attack here. So keep in mind, this unit is at a 0% attack passive increase. About 370,000 attack stat. Pretty solid to me if you don't have any sort of attack increase passive. It's pretty solid. All right, so we will put you in the last spot. Cooler, I'm actually going to not give a super because I really want to see this third form Frieza's attack, see how much it does. And this will probably be it for him. But again, next time I'll allow for the Friezas to be together like I was saying earlier. Cooler's attack is going up. That's part of the reason why he couldn't get a super. But of course, he additionals, and he's now at 2.1. All right, so Cooler's coming through. That'll probably finish him if it's a crit. Okay, no crit. Cool. So 2.3 for this guy. But again, that's rainbow versus non-rainbow. So anyways, we move on now after eliminating him. So next opponent, Omega Shenron. Now, Omega's actually really annoying, as you guys know. But we're fine. We're good. We're good. We're good. Okay, so we have the cooler set up again. And the next round, we will have the Friezas. So I'll float this Frieza again because I really don't need him. We'll let you stay in the front so you can get hit there. We even get a super for the second spot there, and no super for the third spot, unfortunately. But not a big deal, because again, the first couple attacks should finish him off. All right. Cooler is coming through again with another attack. I told you guys, the first couple of guys would finish it off. All right, so next phase. So now double Friezas can stay together. Boom. All right. Unfortunately, if I put him here, though, he won't get a super there. So I'm actually going to put you in the front, so that way I can get a super in the middle. Just in case. I don't know if it's going to even matter. The front Frieza might beat him. But just in case, we're also trying to push towards that Dokkan attack as well. So 1.7 for this guy. He is now missing Fierce Battle, though, so it's not a huge deal. And, of course, he does one-shot the opponent. I figured that would be the case. I figured he would one-shot him. Let's try to – I'm just going to honestly try to push through these next couple of phases ASAP without filling up the Dokkan meter too much because Omega is pretty annoying. Looks like he's locking Cooler there. Not a big deal, though. All right, we're going to let this Cooler do the blues, and you can have those. So Dokkan meter, actually, I should have avoided there. I really should have avoided this round. Really should have avoided this round. Because the last thing I want is for the physical Frieza to need to launch a super. That's a Dokkan attack. So we'll see. And 1.2. Yeah, I don't think it would matter at this point because we're not getting enough hits. We need additionals. Can we get a crit? Of course we don't get a critical. Additional super? Of course we don't. Can we get an additional super again? Yes, there we go. Can we get a crit? We need a crit. Oh, okay. So we did wind up getting a crit. Cooler coming through. Mr. Roulette Wheel himself. Just like Vegito Blue. Physical type. Anyways, moving on. And tech type. Okay. Oh, you're locking the one Frieza that I actually want to be here. How fun. I actually have to, like, remove the locking. I didn't think I would have to do that, really, to be honest. Okay, so how can I avoid this? That's all I really care about, is just avoiding it. And still getting my super attack. Oh, we're going to be so close. I need them to win here, though. We need to win here. Maybe if I was giving them Fierce Battle, it would matter. But I don't really think we win here because I'm not giving them Fierce Battle. Not doing enough. We're not doing enough. 2 million. Crit for me. Crit for me. Do it, Frieza. Go, Frieza. Go, Frieza. Go, Frieza. Go, Frieza. No. Okay. I guess I won't be chanting your name. I'm going to purposely avoid the supers here to try a little bit longer to see if I can postpone. Oh, you know what? It doesn't matter. I didn't even realize that the Int Frieza was in the middle forcing a super. We've got to move these coolers together. And it doesn't matter. I'm forced into it. No, I should have avoided the orbs that one turn when I was like, man, I should just avoid him here. I don't know why I didn't do so, but we're good. Hopefully this can at least then finish him off. We'll see. I totally lost track of my mouse. Perfect! I lost track 100%. Perfect. And it did absolutely nothing because I missed all of those. Perfect! 70K coming through here. Oh, hey, an additional. Well, since it doesn't really matter a whole lot, I'll let the cooler go in the front spot. We will now let the Frieza stay here on rotation because I do want to leave him on rotation. And then this Frieza can get the final shot there because we should beat him this rotation. If not, it'll be next rotation. Freaking Omega with the locking, too. I should have brought more items to remove it, like the Senzu Essence item. Good thing is Cooler at least does not take very much damage. So 1.6 million attack stat coming through. Hopefully we get some crits. One attack. No super attack for the second attack. Third attack super. No crit either. Wow. Okay. Although the last spot Frieza might do pretty good here. We'll see what these guys do. That super attack is pretty dope, though. I really like that super attack animation. 2 million here. And we do not finish it. Wow, I was so certain. All right, well, it's over now. All right, Golden Frieza, be useful. For the first time in the whole video, be useful. Cool. All right, moving on. We are going to take on an Int opponent. I believe that's going to be the first round of the next event. Oh, you know what? Actually, it's going to be Gohan next. Now that I think about it, it's Gohan next, isn't it? It's Gohan or Int Frieza. One of the two. It's Gohan, then Int Frieza. So if I want to play an Int opponent, I'd have to play until Frieza. Because Gohan doesn't have an Int stage. He goes STR, Physical, Tech, STR. So this is naturally just the worst situation for this Frieza to be in altogether. So what I'm going to do from here is we're just going to allow for him to get the support from this front Frieza as well. This is, for all intents and purposes, pretty much his best rotation. And this will be our final attack of the video. Because I did want to let this Frieza at least do something other than just be a support unit. I mean, that's what he's best at, but I'm like, yo, let me make him do something, you know? So anyways, we're coming through. Oh, double attacks. That's cool. And 497,000. No crit at all, though. So 497,000 attack stat. The damage, of course, doesn't really reflect it. If you watch my showcases, you know that that's not really my primary focus. I pay a lot more attention to the attack stats themselves because it's a lot more telling, because it's not, you know, reduced or enhanced like damage is based on the events. But that is it, everyone. Thank you guys for tuning in. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Hit that subscribe if you are new for more content, and I'll catch all of you guys in the next one. Take it easy, everybody.